to the stage next, welcome Tracy. Okay, good evening, everyone. I'm so excited to be here tonight. I was gonna stay home and get my life together, but I've been trying that for the past 30 years. This felt easier. So I have a birthday coming up next week on March 8th, and having a birthday on International Women's Day, it's a lot of pressure. People expect me to be out there inspiring women. Yeah, but honestly, I just hang out and track who remembers my birthday on a spreadsheet. Yeah, so I look at like how much time did they spend? How sincere are they? Did they add some humor? Basically, it's a performance review for my family and friends. Some of them are thriving, others are on probation. So, I found the fountain of youth. Forget going to the spa and doing all those treatments. Go hang out at a senior's home. Nothing makes you feel younger than hanging out with people that are 20 plus years older than you. You will leave there feeling youthful and likely with a pocket full of Werther's Originals. So I plan to use dementia symptoms to my advantage as I age. So when my daughter says to me, "Can you watch my dog for a week?" I'm gonna be like, "My dog? Do I know this dog?" But then when my daughters say, "Hey, do you want to go on a week-long wine tour to Kelowna?" Yeah, suddenly, my memory shoppers attack. So as you get older, you shouldn't drink much in the evening because then you can't sleep well. Well, us retired people, being the innovators that we are, invented day drinking. And yes, we did. Yes. So, and I'm all in because you start at 4, you finish at 6, and hangovers cleared up by bedtime. It's genius. So here's something that's really unfair. Women become invisible to men long before men become invisible to women. So here's an example. Last week I was walking down the street and this guy's walking towards me and he's looking right at me. And I think, oh my God, I've still got it. Yeah, but it turns out he was looking at a squirrel on a fence behind me. Invisible. But men, they only start to become blurry around 50, not invisible. And that's because their bank accounts, still hot. But that's why you see all these young women with old men. Yeah, sure, the sex part might, take a lot of deep breathing, maybe close your eyes, plug your nose. Yeah, but it's amazing what you can do when there's a yacht involved. So as you get older, your memory isn't as sharp. So I read a book recently, and it says that if you want to remember something, you really, really have to pay attention. I mean, really pay attention. So to my people, if I don't remember what you've told me, that's on you. You clearly didn't make your stories interesting enough for me to pay attention so that I would remember them. And okay, you millennials who like to say, "Okay, boomer," like it's an insult. Well, I like to say, "Okay, boomerangs, what are you doing back on my couch, eating my food, watching my Netflix?" And here's something. Some people, they think public speaking is worse than dying, but not me. I am so afraid to die lately. I'm wondering, how am I gonna die? And where do you go when you die? But most importantly, my biggest concern is, will my funeral be epic? Yeah. Then I had an idea. I would have a rehearsal funeral, like they do for weddings. Because I want to make sure it's perfect. And I know what you're thinking, this crazy lady micromanaging her funeral. But like I said, I want it to be perfect. And I also want to find out what people are going to say about me, because then I'll understand if I need to, up my game before I actually die. Yeah. So I want my funeral to be so amazing that I get a standing ovation. And I'll tell you why. Because Yodo, you only die once. That's me, thank you.
Oh, all right. Give it up for Tracy. Woo!